Now we'll be taking a very deep dive on the new Turtle Beach wireless headset here today, covering of course everything from comfort, build, features and functions, mic test, sound, everything. We will take a deep dive right here. What I will not be doing in this video is comparing this to other gaming headsets. I want to focus on this headset here and just let you absorb all that in. I will have two follow-up videos right after this one, comparing it to number one being the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro wireless, and then followed up comparing it to the Odyssey Maxwell wireless. So again, today, let's just go on and take a deep dive and focus on the Turtle Beach Stealth Pro wireless gaming headset. So kicking it off with what you get inside your box. And as you see, we have the Xbox version. You're gonna get the same stuff in your PlayStation version as well. Up here, you're gonna get your wireless transmitter, an extra battery, your detachable microphone, two USB A to C's, one being 3 feet, one being 6.5 feet. You get a packet full of all your paperwork and stickers. Of course, you're going to get your headset. And what's a headset in 2023 without a little traveling baggie? Now, of course, there's no Techne video if we don't start with the comfort, because no matter how great this headset is, how many awesome features and functions, how great it sounds, it doesn't matter if it's not stinking cozy, because we're just going to want to take it right off. Now, as we're taking a look at the headset here, as you see, we have that full swivel all the way flat, and then we have a nice substantial kick forward as well. And where that's going to be beneficial is it's going to fit any head shape. Again, if it curls in a little bit on the front, a little bit on the back, again, you got all of that adjustment there. Ear cups go in and out as well to fit you nicely. And then as far as adjustment, they come out on these arms here. And as you see, they're not clicking as you see, holding spots, but they do have a nice firm grip in there. So wherever you slide them, I really believe they're gonna hold this position right there. But really nice, you got that premium type of glide, tension glide, right? Not a clicky apparatus right there to hold this position. Now let's go and take a look at the weight of this headset here. And again, it is packing a lot of features and functions and a fantastic build, which we'll see. And it's coming in at 402 grams. So no, not lightweight, but not bad for, again, what it's packing. Really nice to see that there. But let's go on and get more into the comfort and taking a look at these pads. Just take a look at how plush they are. Really nice and plush. You can see them sinking down as far as measurements. Let's get the ruler out here. Hopefully you guys can catch that in the camera. And then if we look at the width, and then plenty of depth here as well. Take a look at those bad boys. Now you can pop these off as well. They are a little bit tough. And when you pop them off, you can see you got foam. A little bit right there, a little bit dual layer over there, which we'll talk a little bit more as into the sound. And the drivers do kick backwards like that. So again, it's going to go directly into your ear, which is again more on sound. But why I want to show you that is as far as comfort, your ears, you're not going to have the issue of your ears touching the drivers with these big pads and then the driver kicked back a little bit there. And when we take a look at the headband here, also nice and plush all the way around right there, just like the ear pad. Now, I'm not sure if you caught it when we were talking about the comfort there, looking at the pads and the headband. Yes, they are all fully pleather or leatherette. On the ear pads, whenever you look inside, they do have that silky material. We've seen Turtle Beach use these on even the top of, like, I believe they're Elite headsets or something, which I absolutely love. So with this, even though you got that silky material inside, yes, your ears do get a bit spicy. But again, why we have this fully pleather leatherette is it plays and role with that noise cancellation. You saw the little nub in there. Again, we'll talk more about that in features and functions and within sound, but that is why we have these. But yes, keep in mind, your ears do get a little bit spicy here. But all in all, as far as comfort, I can't say it enough. This thing is absolutely stinking cozy. And again, with everything that's packing that you're gonna catch through this video, looking at that weight right there, you don't notice it on your head. Again, it just sinks in. It's so plush. It's so comfortable. I think it's gonna fit big heads, small heads. It's just, again, it gets a stinking cozy check mark hands down. Now, let's go and talk about the build of this headset. And let me tell you what, premium. Hands down, premium is all I can say. Now, as you see, you got this cool little design over here where it's going around the ear cup. Now, your ear cup is plastic. You already saw the ear pads and everything, and it connects by a bracket in here and in here. Not sure if the camera will even be able to pick it up. You can see one right there. Now, this deal going all the way around here, up into here, is metal. That's all metal. And the cool thing, again, while you're seeing this, why I think that's cool is we set our heads down like this, right? So you're not directly on the bracket. You got this metal reinforced frame right here, preventing any of that tension right on those little joints. Now coming up here, again, you got that swivel, and it is going into plastic, into our metal reinforced headband, and then into plastic up here. I want to pull you in for one more close look of the build here. Again, as you see in that metal frame go around, the plastic cups up into there, you're seeing all those joints. One really cool thing I want to show you, if the camera can pick it up, you see that little nub right there? It's a little rubber dampening deal. So whenever your ear cup goes back, you're not getting like this plastic clanky sound. It goes in there, just a nice soft dampening piece right there. I really like that. And again, as far as your swivel here, it's a really nice one of those firm tension, just like you have in the headphone adjustment or the headband adjustment right here. Same deal you have over here on the swivel. Again, it feels premium across the board. So as you're seeing, you got like a plastic and metal build, a little bit of a mixture right here. Feels, again, top notch in the hand. Whenever I twist it up, I don't get worried. Whenever I stretch it out, again, you got so many moving points, I don't really feel like you're getting stress or tension on one point other than the other. Now, one area I do want to show you whenever I stretch it apart, which you'll probably see. Now, here is it probably on someone's head. Now, just go and take a good look right there. What are you seeing? Right up here, right? You're seeing that stress and that tension coming out from the headband to the top. Now, is that going to be problematic down the road? I don't know. Let me pull it up a little bit more so you can see. Hopefully I can get that into camera. Again, that's just the pad of the foam of the headband separating slightly from the top bit. So again, the build feels absolutely premium and solid to me, but that headband is the one area where I would get a little concerned, because that is us taking it on, putting it on right there, bam, and you're going to have that little bit of stress right there. And it sits right like that as far as on a head. I don't know if that's going to be an issue. Again, only time will tell. I've been using the heck out of this for a few weeks right now, and this is how mine's looking. So again, we can only see with time. All right, so now let's go and talk features and functions. As you see, we have a lot laid out here because we have a lot to talk about in the features and functions department with this headset. So stick with me right here because there's some really cool stuff we're going to talk about here. Number one, looking at the headset, the bottom right ear cup, you have your superhuman hearing button, little bumps on it, as you can see right there. Hold it down for 2 seconds, and then it's going to mute your microphone. Over here, you have your power button, and then you have your Bluetooth button, which you can also use as a multi-function button whenever you're in Bluetooth. Now, yes, you're seeing Bluetooth here with our wireless, and it is simultaneous. You can use both at the same time. Now, on the top of the ear cup here, you have this wheel. It's your volume wheel, which you can actually program to a multiple different function right there. You can use it as two things, as the base volume of your headset, or going to program it to something else, which I will show you here shortly, all the different things you can set it to. Up here, you have another clicky tactile button, which you can program to, again, whatever else you want. And this is what you hold down for a few seconds, and you can set this. What I do, for example, is, again, you got your headset volume, and I like to, whenever I hold this down, set this to my other function, I put it as my Bluetooth volume. So again, I can control my Bluetooth with that, but you can set it as your noise cancellation, so on and so forth. On the other side of the ear cup, you have your USB-C port, and then when we look at the front of the ear cup, you have your little indication light whenever you power it on or pair it up. Up here, these two notches are microphones, built-in microphones with some room cancellation sound, which we'll test here in a second. On the other ear cup, you have this little deal where you pop off and you can plug in your detachable microphone, or again, just leave it on covered up like that and use the microphones built in. Now, behind this ear cup is where that replaceable battery goes. 12 hours per battery, and the other one is charging in the dock while this one is in use. No, we are not done with features and functions yet, but yes, you are hearing the microphone, the actual plugged-in detachable microphone on the Turtle Beach Stealth Pros here. And we have a lot more features and functions to test. Again, you're testing this right now, this microphone, plugged in USB, running wirelessly through our little charging dock right here. And you see I have my phone out right here, because I'm going to show you a lot of settings in this. But right now, this is a straight core plug-and-play microphone test, as you're hearing. Now, again, your microphone is detachable, but you still have, flip it down, back to active, and you actually get a tone in the headset. So you get a little click, a little tactile step in there, but you also get a little tone as well. So really cool to get those dual notifications. Now, hold on. So you know something? I didn't even notice this in my test, right? This is cool. Take a look at the dock right here. So it's showing green because our battery's charged, okay? I'm going to touch on this in a second here. But take a look at this. Watch this. Yo, that is so stinking cool. I didn't even catch that in my test. Okay, I'm nerding out here, right? I'm nerding out. I think that's really cool. Okay, other than that, what I want to talk about are the features and functions as you listen to our microphone. Again, looking at our dock, it is charging our other battery here, which you can swap out that battery right mid-game. Now, of course, you take out the battery, it's going to go out, plug it in, it's going to pair right up and get you right back into your game. So you don't got to sit there and start pairing anything or anything like that. Really stinking cool. Now, when you look at the back of this dock here, You have PC and Xbox. Again, we're using the Xbox version over here. And you plug in the Mac, you can put it on PC as well. And what I'm going to show you on my phone as far as the app control and being able to adjust the headset, you do got an app on the PC, which I'll show you as well. Now you got this other port back. You see this USB-A port, which you can actually take and just charge something. Plug in your phone or whatever, charge a separate device so you don't lose that port on your PC or your console or something like that. Really stinking cool touch there. Now also, talking about this little dock right here, you can see it's lit up green. Now if this battery was dead, if I take the other one out, this stinking thing is always lit up. And if it's charging, it's flashing red. It's just absolutely annoying. Again, see, there it goes, start flashing like that. And if it's, again, charging, it's going to be red. So that was kind of annoying right there. So I took it and hid it behind a speaker that I had on my desk. But now that I just saw that microphone mute feature, I don't want to hide it. But again, that's just, I even told Turtle Beach when I was on the call with them, the little meeting with them, I said, yo, you guys have to update this. There's got to be a way to dim it or maybe turn it off. But then again, how are they going to do that now that we got that mic mute function? So again, I think there's a little bit more work that's got to go into it right there, but that's just something I noticed. Just nitpicky maybe, but something that got on my nerves a bit. So now what else I want to show you as far as features and functions is controlling the headset. We are in the app right now, the Turtle Beach Stealth Pro app. I'm on my iPhone, and by the way, it syncs up, pairs up, and works absolutely flawless on the iPhone here. I don't have Android, so I can't test that. But anyways, as you look in here, you got all your settings, your gain volume, your superhuman hearing, which by the way, when you click these on, you can actually adjust the amount right here. You touch right on that, bam, and you can just scroll that little dial to whichever you want. Right over here, what kind of superhuman hearing do you want? We'll talk more about this in the sound, but again, I'm just showing you the different options you have to control this headset here. Active noise cancellation, right? We can touch on that because that is, wait, there we go. Again, ooh, wow, just changed in my ears right here. But anyways, you can scroll that down to off right here and then all the way up to up. Again, how much noise cancellation do you want? Coming down here, you got your chat boost, your game to chat settings, your EQ presets, which we'll talk more about this in sound. You got basic and advanced. Right now we're on advanced. So you go into basics, you see you have these presets to pick from, and it's super easy. So if you just click on custom, it's really nice. You got treble, bass, and vocal boost, which you can just adjust how you want. This is how I used it on basic. We'll talk more about my advanced one in the sound. But again, if you don't like dabble with EQs, really cool to have that. Okay, let's go on a slide over here into the microphone here. As you see, our microphone's muted. Our sensitivity is at 50%. While we're recording here, let me go on and crank this up. I'm going to just glance over at my graph, and wow, it is picking up a lot more right now. How am I sounding? We're going to see this together. Let me go on and take sensitivity and dial it down to, say, right over here, a little bit towards the low, and it's picking up very low again. Let me put me back to 50%, and we'll see where we are at. And by the way, everything I'm showing you here, everything on this phone, you can adjust while you're in the game. While you're using the headset, it'll adjust and it saves to the headset. Everything you're doing here saves to the headset, even if you're doing this on a PC. Your noise gate, if you see this right here, if we got noise gate on 50%, let's go and dial that up to 100% and see how that's sounding there. Bam, there you go with that. Swing it back down. Over here, you have your monitor volume, which is how much you're going to hear yourself. As you see, I got mine on. If I crank it up, I can hear myself talking very nice in the headset. I'm not yelling. I'm kind of in the background of the headset, right? Really nice. Now, whenever I take it and I scroll it down right here, I don't really hear myself too much in the headset. Really minimal. Very, very minimal at 50%. When I start really hearing myself in the headset is when I get up to here, almost close to max or all the way up there, but it never really sounds like you're yelling at yourself in the headset. Okay, let me go on and turn that off here and then go down here to equalizer presets. Now this is as far as, why did that just turn back on? Okay, anyways, right down here, this is EQ. Yo, you guys seeing that? Yo, that's turning on by itself. What's going on? Okay, let's see if it does it again. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, we're going to have to look into that. Why the heck is that mic monitoring turned on by itself? Anyways, let's get down here into the EQ presets as far as our mic test. Right now we're on basic signature sound. Now we are on full sound, seeing how that sounds as far as this microphone preset. Let's go on and tap on clarity and see how that's sounding right here. Ooh, how about smooth? Am I sounding smooth right now? Let's see how that sounds. Really cool to be able to adjust the mic. You've been here in the main test on signature sound, and you got a custom preset as far as, or a custom EQ as far as your microphone as well. which we can dial in, pull out some more highs. Maybe you want a little bit more bass in your volume here or your voice. And you can just see, again, I'm just dabbling with it right here, not really doing anything serious. Bam, you can click save. Bam, go in here, and we're going to type in test and then save. So there we go. Go back. Now, this is the same way the EQ works, which you'll see here shortly. So again, we have our microphone, our custom EQ set there, and it's set on to test. All right, so now we'll go back to basic, go back to signature sound, and now you're seeing how we sounded right there. How stinking cool is this so far? And look, we still got 3 more pages to go, right? So anyways, we're going to slide over here, and that's where it's going to show us our Bluetooth. Yeah, you're seeing this right. Bluetooth EQ presets, guys. So again, you have your basics right here. This is just going to adjust the sound of the Bluetooth, not the headset whenever your game or movie or whatever, just your Bluetooth device. And again, you can go in there, same thing, create a custom EQ for your Bluetooth only. How awesome. Let's slide over a little bit more. Okay, this is really cool. I want you to focus on this one here. So transmitter, as you see, it's connected. It's in PC mode over here, and it's showing you different settings that you can set your headset to, right? So as you see, button and wheel. So look at the wheel. Again, as I said, I have mine on Bluetooth volume, but these are all the things you can set it to. Mic monitoring volume, your treble boost, your noise gate, your bass boost. Now, one thing I want you to focus on here, other than the things you can set it on, is take a look up top, Xbox and PC. Because yeah, when you tap on either of them here, you can set it to whatever you want. A different thing for Xbox and a different setting for PC whenever the dock, the little transmitter, is set whichever mode. How awesome is that? Like, Turtle Beach just thought of everything here, right? Anyways, okay, so over here, you can adjust your button. Now, you don't have as many options on the button. Again, your noise gate, your socket gain preset, your multi-function button, which, by the way, let me chime in on that. Remember how I showed you had that multi-function button on the back of the headset? That controls your Bluetooth. This is going to actually control as far as, like, say if you're watching YouTube or listening to music on your PC. So, again, multi-function for each thing right there. Right? How cool is that? Okay, back. And again, as you saw, you can adjust that Xbox or that auto shut off, your voice prompts as far as the levels. I like to keep mine a little bit up here because I keep my games cranked up, so I like to still hear my tones or my voice prompts. And as you see, you have that over there. Now sliding over here, it's just going to be your firmware and then again, your headset information. Wow, we just did like an 8.5-minute microphone test there. But of course, we were talking features and functions as well, right? So it wasn't just a microphone test. But as you can see, no, we're still not done talking about features and functions because right now you're hearing the built-in microphones. And one thing I want to let you know, as far as even when you're listening to this, Turtle Beach states that they got the noise cancellation microphones where it kind of kills some of the background noise and stuff. Just to let you know, I have a big old light on over here that has a fan running that you can hear stagnant. So again, we'll see if it picks that up. As far as my room, you all know I don't have much sound dampening. I don't got like some fancy built-up microphone studio or whatever. It's just a basic normal room. So if you're hearing sound bouncing off, again, you're going to pick it up as a real environment. But again, go more into features and functions. Listen to a microphone like this. This is what I love, right? There's so many different ways to use this headset and set it up to you. It doesn't matter how I want to use it or how I like it. There's so many options for you to set it up how you want. And again, talking about the built-in microphones, it's recording right on my phone via Bluetooth here. So we heard it running wireless. And again, we're still synced up wireless, but you're listening to the microphone Bluetooth on here. So say if you get a call or something like that, you can still do that and you can control the headset by your phone as well while it's active. Now, a couple things I don't like while we're talking about features and functions. Again, the ring around the transmitter, as I stated before, I wish there was more adjustability for that. But more importantly, when you're in microphones like this, or even with that one, if you don't want to flip it up, you can still mute the microphone again on the headset. It's with that superhuman button with the bumps on it. You hold it down for 2 seconds right here. And now that I just got done holding that button for 2 more seconds, you can see the transmitter's back green and you're hearing my microphone again. Now while I was pressing that, my hand is hitting the wheel over there, so that's beeping off because of volume is totally high and everything. So again, it's the simplicity of muting the microphone on the headset when you don't have the flip up function, I think could be better. And how I think Turtle Beach can do that is put an option within the app, as we saw when you can control the button, make it so we can use that button as a microphone mute. That would be phenomenal. And again, I think that ought to be pretty simple, right? You just put it in there, bam, that button's going to control that. Turtle Beach, if you can do that, please implement that. I understand the controlling of the light on the transmitter might be a little bit more complex, but adding a mute function so we don't got to hold down a button for 2 seconds and search for that button and everything else is beeping off at us. I think that could be an easy fix right there. So please implement that where we can control this button as a mute button. So one more mic test I want to do here before we close out this features and functions and microphone test segment right here. When I listened to the microphone playback, it sounded phenomenal. It didn't pick up too much background noise, but what it did pick up, I talked with a lot of P's and T's and my S's kind of roll out a little bit. They don't include a windscreen with this, but I want to share with you is this little pack of awesome windscreens I bought. It sounds like a sponsored plug, right? It's not. I bought this on Amazon, right? It was $10, and I just use these on all of my headsets now. They're nice and long and slightly thick. So give me a second. I want to slap this on here and see if we can improve this microphone just an absolute pinch for not much money. All right, so there we go. We have our little pop filter thrown on this microphone, and it absolutely fits it perfect. It's nice and snug. It's not going to fall off. It's that perfect length and everything. And I'm just curious to see if it's going to reduce those P's and T's coming out of me and maybe even help out with a little pinch of that background noise right there. Again, just to see. And again, this is like a pack of 10 for $10. So you can use these on any of your headsets. Work on your SteelSeries, your Razor, so on and so forth. I even use these on my Rode microphones I use on my motorcycle helmet right there. So again, for $10, I think this is something beneficial, but is it going to improve our Stealth Pro microphone? Even though I thought it was still pretty good, if we can get that slight improvement, that's what I wanted to test here right on hand with you guys to see what we get. But all in all, there we go. The features, functions, the microphone test on the Turtle Beach Stealth Pro. Holy smokes, how many is actually stuck through this whole segment? Please let me know down in the comments. That was really cool. I just listened to the playback of the microphone, again, with the pop filters compared to it without, even within the same graph right there. And you can see the pop filter here, the little windscreen deal coming over it, that it really just softened it up and balanced the sound out. It wasn't peaking up here and there. It just came out really nice and balanced. So again, guys, not a sponsored plug, no fluff here, whatever. $10, again, consumer to consumer. I think this is a very beneficial pickup as well. Oh my gosh, I need a break. I need like a little stretch. You guys need an intermission here? You need a little intermission? Whew. Okay, now let's go ahead and dive into sound. And I'm going to be chiming on some of those features and functions we talked about when we're talking about sound, but this is going to be another long-winded section here because sound is so important. Number one, talking about what you got on the headset, 50mm nano clear drivers, which by the way, Turtle Beach is stating that they picked each one because you can have a little difference from driver to driver. They're picking them so they actually match. Really cool to get that there. But anyways, other than that, frequency range of 10 to 22,000. And let me tell you what, out of the box, you are getting a fun sound with this headset. That's out of the box. You're getting impactful sound. You're getting immersive. You're getting detail. You're getting clarity. Nothing's rumbly or staticky or mixed together too much. Out of the box, again, you're having a really fun sound. But again, as I stated, you can dive into PC and pull out EQs as far as those preset EQs and adjust all of it right there and pick what you want. If you want a simple, you just get one of the simple EQs and adjust, again, your bass, your trebles, your voice clarity. But you can dive into those custom EQs, the advanced EQs, and really pull this headset out. As I'm showing you right here, you're seeing my EQ, and just try this sound as personal preference, right? But maybe try mine as a starting point and tweak it out if you want less highs or more bass or vice versa. Just go from there. But if you try this EQ, wow, it'll really bring this headset to a whole nother level. That's not saying out of the box it's bad, because you may not want to dabble with EQs like that and stuff, which I'm with you, right? I like simplicity. I want to plug it in and game, you know? And using some of those presets, it's really nice. And that's where I recommend you start. Don't dive right in, all right, I got my headset, let me use Techne's EQ. No, don't do that. Use some of those presets, dabble with it, play your own, get your own feel for the headset. Then try out my EQ and see what you think about it. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, maybe I will have fun with that, you know, and then kind of go from there. But again, I wanted to talk more about that core experience here. I wanted to game more using this headset. And I tested this with so many games. I even fired up Rainbow Six Siege for the first time in forever, and holy smokes, I am horrible at that game now. You know, I used to be pretty good. I could hold my own and really be in the top each time, you know. Now I see a little guy peek over, boop, I'm done, you know what I mean? But wow, the clarity, the detail of the environment, of the footsteps, the weapons, it was phenomenal. It was absolutely amazing. You know, going into Destiny, it was immersive, but you still got that dialogue. Okay, I'm over here playing Hogwarts on Xbox, and I get all of that environment, and it was just so... This is that kind of headset that it's hard for me to explain. I've had this experience before with like Odyssey Penrose. Right, that's big, right? That's big coming from old Techne. You know what I mean? That is really strong words coming from me, you know. But where it's hard for me to explain, you know, something like this is something I tell you, you got to put on your head and you got to try it out, right? Y'all know I'm a big Assassin's Creed nerd, right? And we got my tattoo, Assassin's Creed tattoo. Love Assassin's Creed, right? And I lost a lot of, you know, Valhalla, whatever. It was like, all right, I beat it. I put a ton of hours in it. I kind of put it down. I got some expansion I still need to beat. And I could never get back into it. I got this headset, started playing around with it and everything, and I didn't want to put the game down. And I give that credit to, again, the headset, because I'm a sound nerd. Sound is my passion. Sound is number one to me, right? And sound is going to pull me into the game. And that's what happened when I was using this playing Valhalla again. And I didn't want to stop playing. I want to stop recording right now and go play it more. That's how much of a good time I had with this. Again, I got everything I wanted. I got that environment. I got that detail. I got that dialogue. I got that immersion, right? So if you're playing FPS or you're playing story, you got it. Okay? And again, going back to EQs and stuff, you make it what you want. I showed you what mine is. I showed you what you can do, but there's so much flexibility, right? So much flexibility. Multiple options to create that sound that you want. How stinking awesome is that? Wow. I mean, holy smokes. I'm starting to sound like a commercial. I'm loving it so much, you know, but no sponsor fluff here, right? Serious gamer to gamer, nerd to nerd, consumer to consumer, right? Diving more into it, okay? One thing I haven't touched on, and I didn't touch about it in features and functions a little bit, right? I didn't touch on it at all. That noise cancellation. Let's talk about that because I feel like that is more sound, right? You got this little nub right here. By the way, no, it doesn't come out more. We know some competitors, which we'll be talking about later, you got that nub that really pokes in the ear. This one's short. You don't feel it at all, right? As far as the noise cancellation, as you saw in the app, you can adjust it a little bit right there. So you're playing your game. We've used noise cancellation headsets before, and they almost create this like white noise in the background, this kind of static sound. I didn't get that here. I really didn't. But again, talking about the noise cancellation of this headset, it's minimal compared to, say, like a Bose or a Sony or something like that. I'd almost put it like on par with like SteelSeries, where it's not like changing the world. Like half your noise cancellation is from these fully pleather ear pads, first off, right? That's where the majority of it's coming from. And then you can adjust this. And you do notice it whenever you put it down to all the way up. It kind of clears up that environment. But one thing I did notice when I activated noise cancellation, for me at least, is it took away a little bit of the environment in the game. Follow me here, okay? Active noise cancellation clears up the environment of your room and your surroundings and stuff like that. Even though if someone's hollering, I still heard them, so it didn't like cut everything off, you know? But I also felt like it just brought down the clarity and detail of the environment within my game. I'm not a noise cancellation fan. I use them on my Apple earbuds, and that's about it. But other than that, it's never something that sells me on it. If that's something you're looking for, you got a really noisy environment, I really think this is going to suit you good because, again, it's nothing overboard and you can adjust it as much as you want. So if you're noticing it's affecting your game a little bit, well, pull it down a little bit right there in the app or on the PC and you can set it how you want. And one other cool thing about the sound, again, is that Bluetooth, how you can adjust it right here. You can go into the app and set settings to it how you want. So if you're listening to music through this, maybe you're playing Gran Turismo, you got your race going, but you want your own jams going there. You can adjust the EQ to your Bluetooth. So what kind of music are you playing right there? You know, your rock, EDM, hip hop, whatever. You can adjust that EQ to that. You can control your Bluetooth from your game to your Bluetooth source right there if you want. If that's what you put your function to, kind of like I did, you know, and it's simultaneous. Holy smokes. Every single thing you would want to do in a headset, you can do right here. Wow. So I have not made a headset video this long in quite some time. Maybe the Odyssey Maxwell's. I don't remember, right? But again, this headset just truly made me nerd out. That is how good this headset is. I hands down recommend it. It's not cheap. It's $330. It is at that top end. Again, talking about the comparisons I'm going to be doing, the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro Wireless, and then the Odyssey Maxwell. You're right there, if not above, even on the Maxwells. Cost them more than the Maxwells right here. But again, these are packing a whole lot. They really are. Hopefully, I answered everything for you. If you got more questions, ask right down below or swing over to my website, stingingcozy.com. Always glad to talk shop. And again, this is a complete win right here. Thank you so much for coming by. Again, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye now.